This is a series of videos. Please refer to the methods of stitches, ignoring the yarn color. Select the corresponding yarn colors in your material package to learn. Please refer to both the videos and the instructional brochure during your crocheting process. Please make sure to first view the beginning 10 instructional videos to learn the basic methods of crocheting, and then view the instructional videos for your purchased product.
Now let's make these tube sloths. Welcome everyone to join us in making them. Before we start crocheting, we can first take out the practice yarn. Scan the QR code to watch the basic tutorial video and practice the basic stitches with the practice yarn. The practice yarn can be reused many times. Now, let's make the sloth's head. Next, we will use this khaki-colored sloth as a demonstration. The crocheting methods for both sloths are the same. For the head, we will crochet by starting with a magic ring. At the beginning of each round, you need to crochet a chain stitch as a standing stitch to raise the height. At the end of each round, crochet a slip stitch to join the beginning and end of the fabric. Chain stitches and slip stitches here are not counted in the total stitch count. Next, I will explain the process and possible issues as we go along. Take out the yarn of the corresponding color. First, make a magic ring. Hold the yarn tail, which is the shorter end, with your right hand. Open your left palm facing up. Pass the yarn between your pinky and ring finger. Then pass it across the palm through the middle finger and index finger and hang it onto the index finger. Keep the yarn close to the base of your index finger to prevent it from slipping off. If the yarn tail is too short, you can pull to lengthen it. If the yarn tail is too long, you can pull the end connecting the yarn ball to shorten it. Wrap the yarn around your middle finger once. Pinch the crossing point of the yarn with your thumb and middle finger. Take out the crochet hook. Here, we are using a 2.5mm crochet hook. You can hold the crochet hook like holding a pen. This is called the pen grip. Or you can hold the crochet hook like holding a knife. This is called the knife grip. Choose whichever way you feel comfortable. One side of the crochet hook has a bent tip. During crocheting, keep the side with the bent tip facing you. Insert the crochet hook through the loop on your middle finger. The crochet hook is positioned in front of the working yarn. The yarn on your index finger connected to the yarn ball is the working yarn. Rotate the crochet hook so the hook tip faces the working yarn. Pull the crochet hook horizontally to the right, pulling the yarn through the loop on your middle finger. Rotate the crochet hook so the hook tip faces you. Lift the crochet hook upwards. Now there is a loop on the crochet hook. Push this loop to the back of the crochet hook. A magic ring is formed on your middle finger. In this video, we will learn how to create a crochet fabric using a magic ring. Creating such a crochet fabric using a magic ring is often used when making amigurumi toys. The creation of a magic ring is a fundamental skill. The method of creating with a magic ring is called the magic ring technique. The video will demonstrate two methods for creating a magic ring. You can choose freely which one to learn. Now let's create a magic ring. There are two methods to create a magic ring. Let's first learn the first method. Hold the end of the yarn with your right hand. Left palm facing up. Pinch the yarn end with your right hand. Pass the yarn through between the pinky and ring fingers. Wrap the yarn around the pinky once. Then pass through the palm between the middle and index fingers. Hang the yarn on the index finger. Pinch the yarn end with your thumb and middle finger. Wrap the yarn around the middle finger once. Press the crossed position with your thumb. Take out the crochet hook. We can hold the crochet hook like holding a pen. Or hold the crochet hook like holding a knife. You can choose the method of holding the crochet hook. In the video, we demonstrate using the knife grip. Now the hook head of the crochet hook is facing us. Insert the crochet hook from right to left. Pass through the loop on the middle finger. Continue to push the crochet hook. Place the crochet hook in front of the yarn hanging on the index finger. The yarn hanging on the index finger is called the working yarn. Next, rotate the crochet hook. Let the hook head of the crochet hook face the working yarn. Drag the crochet hook. The hook head catches the working yarn. Continue to drag the crochet hook. The crochet hook carries the yarn. Pass through the loop on the middle finger. Then rotate the crochet hook so that the hook head faces us. Now a loop is formed on the crochet hook. Push the loop on the crochet hook to the back of the hook. This forms a magic ring on the middle finger. Next, make a chain stitch to secure the magic ring. Place the crochet hook in front of the working yarn. The hook head is facing towards yourself. Lift the working yarn with the crochet hook. Wrap the working yarn around the crochet hook once. Continue to pull the crochet hook. Pull the working yarn. The hook carries the yarn through the loop on the crochet hook. Now, there is a loop on the crochet hook. Push the loop to the back of the crochet hook. One chain stitch is completed. Remove the crochet hook. Use your right thumb and index finger to pinch the middle of the two loops. It is the position of the chain stitch. Find the yarn end. Pull the yarn end. The magic ring will become smaller. Pull the magic ring. the magic ring will become larger. The magic of the magic ring lies in its ability to freely adjust in size. Next, make single crochet stitches on the magic ring. Pinch the fabric with your right hand. Wrap the working yarn around your pinky finger once. Pass it through the palm between the middle and index fingers. Hang the yarn on the index finger. Pinch the fabric with thumb and middle finger. Take out the crochet hook. Insert the crochet hook through the loop. Use the tension of your index finger to tighten the loop. Tighten the loop until it is the same size as the crochet hook. Now the loop can move freely on the crochet hook. Next, adjust the position of your thumb and middle finger. Pinch the two strands below the magic ring. Be sure to pinch these two strands tightly and do not let go. Now let's make a single crochet. In order to prevent the loop on the crochet hook from deforming, you can use your index or middle finger to press down on the loop on the crochet hook. Insert the crochet hook through the magic ring. Note that there are now 3 loops on the hook. The crochet hook is below the working yarn. Move the crochet hook to the back of the working yarn. The hook head is also facing us. Press the working yarn down with the crochet hook. Hook the working yarn with the hook head. Yarn over with the crochet hook. Pull the crochet hook through the magic ring. There is significant twisting here. You can use your index finger to hold down the twisted part. Then adjust the position of the loop. The loops are formed on the crochet hook. Push the loops to the back of the crochet hook. Place the crochet hook in front of the working yarn. The hook head is facing yourself. Lift the working yarn up with the crochet hook. Wrap the yarn around the hook once. Hook the working yarn with the hook head. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops on the crochet hook. Now a loop is formed on the crochet hook. Push the loop on the crochet hook to the back of the hook. A V shape is formed here. A V shape represents 1 stitch. Place a stitch marker on this V shape as a marker. Take out the stitch marker. The stitch marker passes through the gap below the V shape. Pass through the two strands of the V shape. Attach the stitch marker. On the first stitch of each round, a stitch marker needs to be placed as a marker. This helps everyone quickly find the position of the first stitch. The first single crochet is completed. Second single crochet. Insert the crochet hook through the magic ring. Now there are 3 loops on the crochet hook. Move the crochet hook to the back of the working yarn. Hook the working yarn with the crochet hook. Pull the yarn through the magic ring. There are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Wrap the yarn around the crochet hook once. Pull the yarn through the 2 loops on the crochet hook. Second single crochet is completed. Third single crochet. During the process, you need to constantly adjust the position of your thumb and middle finger. Leave enough space for inserting the hook to make a single crochet. Fourth single crochet. Fifth single crochet. Sixth single crochet. Six single crochet are completed. You will notice there is a hole in the middle. Here you need to find the position of the yarn end. Pinch the sixth single crochet you made. Pull the yarn end like this. Tighten the gap in the magic ring until the gap in the middle completely disappears. Now learn the second method. Pinch the position of the yarn end with your left hand. Hold this section of yarn connected to the skein with your right hand. Hold the yarn with your right hand. Wrap it over the top of the yarn end. Hinge the cross position of the yarn with your left thumb and middle finger. A loop is formed. Hold the yarn connected to the skein with your right hand. Place it behind the loop. Use your right thumb and index finger. Pull the yarn connected to the skein out from inside the loop. Rotate the loop held by the right hand. Hinge the cross position of the yarn with your left thumb and middle finger. The right hand holds the yarn connected to the skein. Place it behind the upper loop. Hinge the yarn connected to the skein through the upper loop. Pull the section of yarn in the middle of this loop. Tighten the middle loop. Use the left thumb and index finger. Pinch the position of the middle knot. Then pull the yarn connected to the skein to make the upper loop smaller. The loop below is the magic ring. Now let's demonstrate the magic of the magic ring. Pull the yarn end out from inside the loop. Pull the yarn end. The magic ring tightens. Pull the magic ring. The magic ring can enlarge. The size of the magic ring can be adjusted freely. This is the magic of the magic ring. Take out the crochet hook. Insert the crochet hook through the top loop. Pull the yarn connected to the skein. Tighten the loop on the crochet hook. Use your thumb and index finger. Pinch the knot position. Pass the working yarn between the pinky and ring fingers of the left hand. Wrap the yarn around the pinky once. Pass through the palm. Hang the yarn on the index finger. Then use the thumb and middle finger of the left hand. Pinch the two strands below the magic ring. You can start making single crochet stitches on the magic ring. Leave some space between the crochet hook and the loop to allow the hook to pass through the loop easily. Next, crochet a chain stitch to secure the magic ring. Wrap the crochet hook around the working yarn from behind. Lift the crochet hook up and press down on the working yarn. Now the hook tip is facing down. There are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Pull the hook horizontally to the right, pulling the yarn through the loop on the hook. Rotate the crochet hook so the hook tip faces us. Now there is 1 loop on the crochet hook. Push the loop to the back of the crochet hook. A chain stitch is completed. From the side view, it looks like a V shape. This video will explain the method of making a chain stitch. Place the crochet hook in front of the working yarn. Make the hook head face towards us. Wrap the crochet hook around to the back of the working yarn. Press down on the working yarn. Hook the working yarn with the crochet hook. Pull the yarn through the loop on the crochet hook. A new loop is formed on the crochet hook. Push the loop to the back of the crochet hook. A chain stitch is completed. Remove the magic ring from your middle finger. If the magic ring is too large, pull the yarn tail to narrow it. If the magic ring is too small, you can pull the loop to make the ring larger. Here, while completing the magic ring, you also make a chain stitch. This chain stitch acts as the standing stitch for the single crochet to raise the height and is not counted as a stitch. Now you can start crocheting. Now let's make the first round. When making the magic ring, you have already made a chain stitch. Now you need to crochet single crochet into the magic ring. While crocheting, you can adjust the yarn tension with your index finger. Raising your index finger tightens the yarn, relaxing your index finger loosens the yarn. Now let's see how to make a single crochet. You need to pinch the 2 strands of the magic ring with your thumb and middle finger. At the same time, the index finger can hold down the loop on the crochet hook to prevent it from twisting or deforming. This will make the next steps easier to perform. The first single crochet, insert the crochet hook through both strands of the magic ring. Now there are 3 loops on the hook. Wrap the hook around the working yarn from behind. Lift the hook upward and press the working yarn downward. The hook tip is pointing down. Pull the crochet hook horizontally to the right, pulling the yarn through both strands of the magic ring. Rotate the crochet hook so the hook tip faces us. Now there are 2 loops on the hook. Push both loops to the back of the hook. Half single crochet is done. Wrap the hook around the working yarn from behind and lift it upward. Press the working yarn downward with the hook. Now there are 3 loops on the hook. With the hook tip pointing down, pull the hook horizontally to the right. Pull the yarn through the 2 loops on the crochet hook. Rotate the crochet hook so the hook tip faces us. Now there is only 1 loop on the crochet hook. Push the loop to the back of the hook. A single crochet is completed. From the side view, it looks like a V shape. Take out the stitch marker. Insert the stitch marker through the gap below the V shape. Pass through the 2 strands of the V shape and pull out from the back. Secure the stitch marker. The first stitch of each round needs to be marked with a stitch marker. This helps us quickly find the first stitch of each round. The second single crochet. Insert the crochet hook through the 2 strands of the magic ring. There are now 3 loops on the crochet hook. Wrap the hook around the working yarn from behind and lift it upward. Press the hook down onto the working yarn. With the hook tip pointing down, pull the hook horizontally to the right, pulling the yarn through the 2 strands of the magic ring. Rotate the crochet hook so the hook tip faces you. There are now 2 loops on the crochet hook. Push the 2 loops to the back of the hook. A half single crochet is done. Please note that during crocheting, there should be some space between the loops in the crochet hook. If the loops are too large, you can lift your index finger to tighten them. If the loops are too small, lift the crochet hook upward to enlarge them. Make sure both loops are the same size. Wrap the crochet hook around the working yarn ends, then lift it upward. Press the crochet hook downward onto the working yarn. The hook tip points downward. Now there are 3 loops on the crochet hook. Pull the hook horizontally to the right, pulling the yarn through 2 loops on the hook. Rotate the crochet hook so the hook tip faces you. Now there is only 1 loop on the crochet hook. Push the loop to the back of the hook. A second single crochet is completed. From the side, you can see the V shapes. Third single crochet, insert the crochet hook through the magic ring. Wrap the working yarn around the hook end, then lift the hook upwards. Press the working yarn downwards with the hook. With the hook tip pointing downwards, pull the hook horizontally to the right. Pull the yarn through the magic ring and rotate the hook so the hook tip faces us. Now there are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Push the loops to the back of the hook. Wrap the crochet hook around the working yarn and lift it upwards. Press the crochet hook down onto the working yarn. The hook tip points downward. Please note that the crochet hook only needs to wrap the yarn once. Next, we will demonstrate a mistake. We wrap the yarn again. Now the crochet hook has wrapped the yarn twice. There are 4 loops on the crochet hook. When we pull the crochet hook to the right, it is hard to pass through the loops. This is incorrect. We need to remove the extra yarn from the hook. Having 3 loops on the crochet hook is correct. Pull the crochet hook horizontally to the right. Pull the yarn through 2 loops on the hook. Rotate the crochet hook so the hook tip faces towards us. Push the loop to the back of the crochet hook. A third single crochet is completed. From the side view, you can see 3 V shapes. You might encounter this situation while crocheting. We only crocheted 3 single crochet, but there are 4 V shapes on the side. This shows we made a mistake. We need to undo the incorrect stitches. First, remove the crochet hook. The first 2 single crochet are correct, hence the second V shape. Pull the working yarn to undo the incorrect stitches. Unravel until there is 1 loop left here. Insert the crochet hook back into the loop. Pass the yarn between the pinky and ring finger. Then pass it through the palm between the middle finger and index finger and hang the yarn on the index finger. Pinch the 2 strands of the magic ring with your thumb and middle finger. Insert the crochet hook into the magic ring. Yarn over the hook and pull the yarn through the magic ring. Now there are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Yarn over the hook and pull the yarn through the 2 loops on the crochet hook. Now there is one loop on the crochet hook. The third single crochet is done. From the side, you can see 3 V shapes. The fourth single crochet. Insert the crochet hook into the magic ring. Yarn over the hook and pull the yarn through the magic ring. Yarn over the hook and pull the yarn through the 2 loops on the crochet hook. The fourth single crochet is completed. From the side you can see 4 V shapes. The fifth single crochet. The fifth single crochet is completed. From the side you can see 5 V shapes. The sixth single crochet. The yarn tail here is too short, so we can pull to lengthen it. The sixth single crochet is completed. From the side, you can see 6 V shapes. The seventh single crochet. The seventh single crochet is completed. From the side you can see 7 V shapes. The eighth single crochet. Eight single crochet are completed. In this video, we will explain the method of making a single crochet. Insert the crochet hook into the next stitch position. Now there are 3 loops on the crochet hook. The hook head of the crochet hook should face us. Place the crochet hook below the working yarn. Move the crochet hook to the back of the working yarn. Press down on the working yarn. Rotate the crochet hook. Pull the crochet hook. The hook head catches the working yarn. Pull the yarn through the first 2 loops on the crochet hook. Rotate the crochet hook. A new loop is formed on the crochet hook. Push the loops on the crochet hook to the back of the hook. Now place the crochet hook in front of the working yarn. The hook head should face towards us. Wrap the crochet hook around to the back of the working yarn. Press down on the working yarn. Hook the working yarn with the crochet hook. Pull the crochet hook. Bring the yarn through the 2 loops on the crochet hook. Now a new loop is formed on the crochet hook. Push the loop to the back of the crochet hook. A single crochet is completed. Let's remove the crochet hook and count the stitches. Start from the stitch marker position. This is the first stitch, the second stitch and the third stitch, the fourth stitch and the fifth stitch, the sixth stitch, the seventh stitch, the eighth stitch. Please do not mistake this loop for a stitch. Next, tighten the magic ring. Pull the shorter yarn tail. The magic ring is tightened with no gap in the middle. Next, crochet a slip stitch. Insert the crochet hook back into the loop. Pull the working yarn to adjust the loop size. Make sure there is some space between the hook and the loop. The loop should move freely on the hook. Pinch the fabric with your thumb and middle finger. The yarn tail is located at the back of the fabric. Insert the crochet hook through the first stitch. First, pull the marked stitch to the left. Leave enough space for the crochet hook to insert. The crochet hook needs to go through both strands of the V-shape. Yarn over the hook and pull the yarn through the 2 loops of the first stitch. Now there are 2 loops on the hook. Pull the left loop through the right loop on hook. Now there is 1 loop on the hook. Push the loop to the back of the hook. This is a slip stitch. In this video, we will explain how to create a slip stitch. With the crochet hook's head facing towards us, insert the crochet hook into the next stitch position. Now there are 3 loops on the crochet hook. Place the crochet hook under the working yarn, with the hook head facing towards us. Wrap the crochet hook around to the back of the working yarn. Press down on the working yarn. Rotate the crochet hook. Hook the working yarn. Pull the crochet hook. Bring the yarn through the first 2 loops. A loop is formed on the crochet hook. Continue to pull the newly formed loop through the original loop on the crochet hook. This forms a slip stitch. A new loop is formed on the crochet hook. A slip stitch is done. Push the loop to the back of the crochet hook. Now the entire round of crocheting is completed. Here you can see a horizontal V shape. Here is a vertical V shape. This horizontal V shape is the slip stitch from the previous round. This vertical V shape is the chain stitch of this round. Next, you need to crochet a slip stitch to connect the beginning and end. This slip stitch is not counted in the stitch count. We can see that this slip stitch looks very tight. Not particularly obvious. These 3 slip stitches appear relatively wide and obvious. This is because we did not tighten the slip stitch during the process. Therefore, the slip stitch must be tightened. Insert the crochet hook back into the loop. Then, tighten the loop. A crochet hook needs to pass through the 2 strands of the V shape where the stitch marker is placed. Now there are 3 strands on the crochet hook. Wrap the crochet hook around the back of the working yarn. Press down on the working yarn. Hook the working yarn. Pull the yarn through the first 2 strands on the crochet hook. Now there are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Then continue to pull the yarn through the existing loop on the crochet hook. Now there is 1 loop left on the crochet hook. This completes the slip stitch. This V shape is formed by the slip stitch. Tighten this V shape. The slip stitch here is not counted in the stitch count. It needs to be tightened. This can prevent it from being mistaken as a stitch. We can use the index finger to press down on the loop on the crochet hook. Then move diagonally upwards. Pull the loop on the crochet hook. Now you will notice that this V shape has become smaller. And there is a noticeable difference from the V shape next to it. Then pull the working yarn to reduce the loop on the crochet hook. This way you can continue crocheting the next round. Make sure to tighten the slip stitch. This can prevent the stitch formed by the slip stitch from being too wide, and to prevent the V-shape formed by the slip stitch from being mistaken as a stitch. This can avoid errors in the crocheting process. From the side view, it looks like a V-shape. This slip stitch connects the beginning and end. It serves as a connector and is not counted as a stitch. Hold the loop down with your index finger and lift the crochet hook upward to tighten the slip stitch. This prevents mistaking the slip stitch for a regular stitch. The first round is completed. Here is a diagram to explain what you just did, and how you can visualize a crochet pattern. Each number in this diagram represents a V-shaped stitch. The blue circle in the middle shows the first round. That is a magic ring. There are 6 single crochet. This is what the first round looks like. The outer yellow circle shows the second round. It is the round we just finished. It has 12 V-shaped stitches. From the diagram, you can see that each round forms a complete circle of stitches. The last stitch ends just behind the first stitch. The stitches don't overlap within a round. Now, let's review what we did in the second round. We started by inserting the crochet hook into the first stitch of the first round. That is the one marked with the yellow stitch marker. We first made a single crochet into that stitch. Fix this stitch. Then I said to turn it into an increase stitch, so we need to crochet one more single crochet into the same stitch. This becomes the second V shape. Crocheting 2 stitches into the same stitch is called an increase stitch. Abbreviated as INC. For the second round, the instruction is to make 6 increase stitches. If you look at this diagram, you'll see that every 2 stitches correspond to 1 stitch of the previous round. That's why if you look around this circle, we actually made 6 increase stitches in total, but there are 12 V-shaped stitches. This is how the fabric changes from this small circle into a slightly bigger one. Here is a new diagram. It can help you visualize what to do in the third round. In this diagram, the yellow inner circle with numbers represents the second round. Remember, at the end of the second round, there are 12 V-shaped stitches. It's this part. Now, we'll make this circle bigger by following the third round's pattern. The third round is shown by the outer pink circle. To start the third round, first crochet a single crochet stitch, abbreviated as SC. This stitch should be worked into the first stitch of the second round. So this is the first single crochet of the third round. You need to crochet into the first stitch of the second round. That is the stitch marked with the yellow stitch marker. Next, we will make an increased stitch in the next stitch. This is the next stitch of the second round. We will make an increased stitch here. Remember, an increased stitch means crocheting to single crochet into the same stitch. Now you will have 3 V-shaped stitches. The stitches in the parentheses make up one sequence. This sequence needs to be repeated 6 times. Make a single crochet in the next stitch. Then, make an increased stitch in the next stitch. Repeat the sequence inside the parentheses again. We need to repeat this process fully 6 times. This sequence actually equals 3 V-shaped stitches. In the end, you will have 3 multiplied by 6, which equals 18 V-shaped stitches. This is what the number after the equal sign means.